Hey there, welcome to the channel. My name is James, and here at 20th and 21st Movies, we are about all things cinema. All right, I'm in the car. I'm on my way to the AMC theater where there is an IMAX screen that is resident in that theater, and I plan to see Dune Part 2, the Denis Villeneuve film that is part 2 of the Dune story that he has put together in the fashion of the 1965 novel from Frank Herbert. So really excited about this film. This is the follow-up to part 1 that came out toward the end of 2021. So it's been a couple years that we've been waiting on this film. It was supposed to come out like toward the end of last year in 2023, but there was a delay. I'm not exactly sure why. I'm not sure if it had to do with the strike or anything, but in any event, it is here now in March, and I cannot wait to see it. I've heard nothing but great things about this film, so my expectations are super high. So I'm looking forward to experiencing it for myself, but I'm gonna just keep on driving here. I'm almost there. I'm going to the AMC Theater at Merritt Commons in Kennesaw, Georgia. So really looking forward to it, and I will talk to you in just a second. Let me navigate this traffic. All right, I'm outside the theater, the AMC Theater over here, the wonderful theater over here at Merritt Commons in Kennesaw, Georgia, and I am very much looking forward to checking out this film, Dune Part 2. So I'm going to go in here and get me some popcorn and a drink, get myself settled in for the goodness, and I'll tell you what I think about it on the other side of this. Let's go. Okay, wow, I just came out of the AMC Theater here, the AMC theater that you see right there here at AMC Merritt Commons in Kennesaw, Georgia, having just seen Dune Part 2. And I'm not prepared to do a full review of this film. I'm just giving you my hot take impressions. And to sum it up in a couple of words, this movie is absolutely incredible, folks. I'm really not going to tell you anything you haven't already heard. If you've heard, the reviews are absolutely through the roof for this film, and deservedly so. I've seen it with my own eyes, and I can confirm for you that this movie, it lives up to all the hype and then some. I mean, when I think about all of the aspects of this film in terms of, the story, beautiful continuation of part 1. You have Paul Atreides, who's played by Timothy Chalamet. His family, the Atreides family, is pretty much, devastated, and he has aligned himself with the Fremens in order to bring down this whole, whole oppression of this spice production and the oppression of the Harkonnens and the Emperor and these other ruling families, and to bring freedom to the Fremen people and to just make the universe better. It's such an amazing story. I love the love story developing with Timothy Chalamet's Paul Atreides and Zendaya's Chani in this film. This movie does a beautiful job of developing that story, does a beautiful job of developing Timothy Chalamet's character and seeing his evolution from the, part 1 and seeing where he goes to in part 2 and just the progression of his leadership and growing as a man is just great to see. Shani, played by Zendaya, her character has even more to do in this movie, and she shines right there with Timothy Chalamet. This is very much Timothy Chalamet and Zendaya just taking this film and making it theirs, and they both do an amazing job. The entire supporting cast is awesome, and that's one of the great aspects of this film. I mean, when you think about all the people in this movie, Rebecca Ferguson, Josh Brolin, Javier Bardem, you have Christopher Walken in this film, Stellan Skarsgård, you have Austin Butler. The cast is through the roof. Dave Bautista. I mean, this movie is just incredible on so many levels. And it's kind of funny because I kind of feel like I'm seeing like certain like reunions. Like there's a scene in this film where I'm seeing Gurney Halleck, played by Josh Brolin, and I'm seeing Stilgard, I think his name's Stilgard, played by Javier Bardem. I'm seeing Josh Brolin and Javier Bardem in this film, and I'm thinking to myself, wow, this is a No Country for Old Men reunion. It was sort of like Josh Brolin and Dave Bautista, giving me sort of vibes of the Avengers films and Thanos and I don't know, but that's crazy stuff. But This film is incredible, folks. I had a chance to rewatch part one earlier today, this morning, before coming to see this movie. And all I can say is this film works on so many levels in terms of the production design, the art design. You really feel like you're part of this world. The lore, the world building is incredible. But the cinematography, the music, I mean, everything about this film works. And this is, to me, an example of a filmmaker that is presenting what is probably his magnum opus, his greatest film to us. I mean, I truly think that this is arguably Denis Villeneuve's greatest film. Similar to us experiencing last year Oppenheimer and seeing Christopher Nolan, who has given us so many amazing films through the years, but in Oppenheimer delivering his best film. And I think that that's what I just saw tonight. I think I just saw Denis Villeneuve's best movie. I mean, when I look at all the films he's made through the years, his incredible filmography, everything that he learned and mastered, and in terms of mastering his craft, he put it all into this movie, and it works on absolutely every level. The characters are amazing, the story is amazing, the cinematography, and just the way this story is shown visually. This movie is an absolute visual masterpiece. It's a sonic masterpiece with that Hans Zimmer score and that music. It is epic, it is big, but it's also deeply personal. You have these wonderful close-ups of these characters, Zendaya, Timothy Chalamet, all these characters. You get that up close and personal look at all of these characters, and you get to feel who they are as people, but then you also get the epic bigness and the scale of this world and this universe that they're a part of. It is a masterfully crafted and put together movie. And, I just don't know what else to say about it. So, but I'm not giving a full review here. I'm just simply saying that what I saw tonight in this theater, I'm trying to think to myself, in the last 10 years, what movie have I seen that's better than what I just saw tonight? And I'm struggling to name one. Okay, that's how awesome this movie was to me, based on my first impressions in watching this movie tonight. It is absolutely one of the best films I've seen in the last decade, last 5 years, and I'm just blown away by it. I'm still gonna take some time to process it. I do want to do, I think, a live stream later this month where I talk about part one and part two and just sort of have a Dune, live stream and just sharing thoughts, with the community, and just having, you all share your thoughts with me, having had a chance to see the film as well. I just want to just have a discussion and just talk about these two amazing films from director Denis Villeneuve and what they've put together. And I just can't wait to see what comes next in this series. I'm assuming that there will be another part, but I don't know for sure. But man, all I can say, high marks. I'm highly impressed, and I'll just leave it there. I definitely recommend seeing this movie. Here's what I would say: if you saw Dune Part 1 and you did not like it, you didn't like the world, you didn't like the story, you're probably not going to want to see Dune Part 2. This is building on that. So if you didn't like the first one, you're probably not going to care for this one. But if you loved Dune Part 1, you are going to be blown away by Dune Part 2. That's basically what I'll tell you. Dune Part 2 takes the greatness of Part 1 and it just takes it to the next level, okay? And it's just incredible. Is all I'll say. So I'll just leave it there. Let me know in the comment section below if you plan to see this movie. Let me know if you have seen it, what you think about it. And I hope that this helps you if you're trying to decide whether or not this is a film that you want to see. But anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time at the movies. Peace.